Hello, boys and girls. Today's Read Aloud is called Scaredy Squirrel, written by Melanie Watt. Let me tell you a little bit about this Scaredy Squirrel. Scaredy Squirrel would rather stay in his safe and familiar tree, following his carefully planned routine, than risk venturing out into the unknown, until one day something happens that is not part of his plan. Scaredy Squirrel. I'd like to give a special thank you to the publisher for allowing me to share this special book to you today. Scaredy Squirrel by Melanie Watt. Scaredy Squirrel never leaves his nut tree. The unknown is everywhere out here, except in his nut tree. He'd rather stay in his safe and familiar tree than risk venturing out into the unknown. The unknown can be a scary place for a squirrel. A few things Scaredy Squirrel is afraid of are tarantulas, poison ivy, green Martians, killer bees, germs, and sharks. So he's perfectly happy to stay right where he is. Advantages of never leaving the nut tree is that you have a great view. You have plenty of nuts. You're in a safe place, and there are no tarantulas, poison ivy, green Martians, killer bees, germs, or sharks. However, the disadvantages of never leaving the nut tree is that you'll always have the same view and the same old nuts, and that you'll always be in the same old place. In Scaredy Squirrel's nut tree, every day is the same. Everything is predictable and all is under control. No matter where he starts each day, he'll always be in the same place. Scaredy Squirrel's daily routine. At 6:45, wake up. At 7, eat a nut. At 7:15, look at the view. At 12, eat a nut. At 12:30, look at view. At 5, eat a nut. At 5:30, look at view. And 8 o'clock, go to sleep. But let's say, just for example, that something unexpected did happen. You can rest assured that this squirrel is prepared. And he'll be prepared with his emergency kit. A few items in Scaredy Squirrel's emergency kit would include a parachute, bug spray, mask and rubber gloves, a hard hat, antibacterial soap, calamine lotion, a net, a Band-Aid, and sardines. So he knows exactly what he would need in case of an emergency because he knows all the things that he's very scared of. What to do in case of an emergency? According to Scaredy Squirrel, step 1 is panic. Step 2, run. Step 3, get kit. Step 4, put on kit. Step 5, consult exit plan. And step 6, exit trees. If there is absolutely, definitely, only no other option. And then the exit plan, which is top secret. Exit 1. Note to self, watch out for green Martians and killer bees in the sky. Exit 2. Note to self, do not land in the river. If unavoidable, use sardines to distract the sharks. And exit 3. Note to self, look out for poison ivy and for tarantulas roaming on the ground. Exit 4, note to self, keep in mind that germs are everywhere. Remember, if all else fails, playing dead is always a good option. With his emergency kit in hand, Scaredy Squirrel watches day after day. He watches until one day, Thursday, 9:37 a.m., what do you think will happen? You guessed it. A killer bee appears! Scaredy Squirrel jumps in panic, knocking his emergency kit out of the tree. This was not part of the plan. What will he do now? Scaredy Squirrel jumps to catch his kit. He quickly regrets his idea. The parachute is in the kit, but something incredible happens. He starts to glide. Scaredy Squirrel is no ordinary squirrel. He's a flying squirrel. He feels overjoyed, adventurous, carefree, alive, until he lands in a bush. He gives himself a score of 5.7, not bad. Scaredy Squirrel forgets all about the killer bees, not to mention the tarantulas, poison ivy, green Martians, germs, and sharks. Wow, he discovered something new. And plays dead when he hits the bush. 30 minutes later, 1 hour later, 2 hours later, finally Scaredy Squirrel realizes that nothing horrible is happening in the unknown today. So he returns to his nut tree. All these experiences has inspired Scaredy Squirrel to make drastic changes to his life. So Scaredy Squirrel's new and improved daily routine at 6:45, wake up. 7 o'clock, eat a nut. At 7:15, look at the view. 9:37, jump into the unknown. 9:45, play dead. 11:45, return home. 12, eat a nut. 12:30, look at the view. At 5, eat a nut. 5:30, look at view, and 8 o'clock, go to sleep. P.S. As for the emergency kit, Scaredy Squirrel is in no hurry to pick it up just yet. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story of taking new chances and venturing out and not be afraid to do so.